Hello again everyone. Can you believe it? Yet again, peg 22. It's unbelievable. I just keep drawing this peg at the moment. I've only got a couple of minutes for the all in now. I'm running a bit light behind today. Little bait again for 6 moons, micros, some soap micros for the feeder potentially, ground bait maggots, expanders. That's the plan for today. Maybe you can hear me because I've got wind and all sorts going on today. I've got my line down the margin here that I had last time because that did me really well in the last match. I've got a line down here in this margin which did me really well in the last match. I'm over here again against the bridge which also did me really well in the last match. I'm not fishing up, I've got a rig set over for it here, but at the moment with the wind up and down it's really quite unfishable over distance. So it's alright now, but you get a gust and it rips the pole round and then you're going to be in the bushes. So it's for later on because I think the wind's going to drop later. And I'm fishing a method feeder just sort of short of the island in about here because there's a big steep slope over there. So I've got that set up for there as well. There's the all in. Wish me luck and I'll catch up later. Cheers! Right guys, starting. Same as last time, I'm going to put some ground bait in against this bridge. Try and draw some tension skimmers in. Is the plan, so it's just like a one-handed ball like that. I've got loads of maggots, quite a lot of them are dead this time because they've been in my shed and I don't know if you can see them on the camera. They've been in my shed in a bag and I haven't let them out, so a lot of them are dead. Some of them are still alive, so I've got like a mixture of lives and deads in there. I'm hoping that wind's not picking up too much on the mic, because I'm trying something different on the mic today. Hopefully you can hear me. If not, I apologise and I'll just do something about it later. Right. So I'm going to leave the cameras running for the first while again. A little bit dry, that ground bait was floating for a second there. I didn't want that, but it's gone straight down there, so that'll be alright. I'm going to feed some micros down into this left hand margin at short. Caught down there late last time. It was like last 2 hours I started to catch. Just put a bit of water in the cup there just to make sure they sink on when they get to the peg. So I feel like today the secret might be to catch short early, or earlier than last time perhaps. So I'm just going back down to the same spot, and last time I really fed it quite hard with micros, sorry. Trying to talk to you and feed accurately at the same time is hard. I just let it settle for a while and a lot of fish were sitting on it and I didn't have to keep topping it up, I just kept picking up fish over it. I'm kind of going to leave that and just keep topping it up for a good couple of hours before I have to go on it, hopefully, unless I get forced on it because I can't get a bite anywhere else. I think I'm just going to start straight away over the silvers line on the bridge and just see what we can catch today. I feel like I can't really fish over, so those fish that were early carp that I picked up last time are not really viable for me. And the way the matches have been going recently, people have been catching short. So if I'm going to catch, I'm going to catch short. If I'm going to win the match, I'm going to win it short. So I'm going to be a bit more positive short-wise today. Just fish it short earlier. But I'm just going to go straight over them maggots I put in. I'll try a big bunch again. They seemed to like a big bunch last time. I've got a much more delicate, more silvery rig on today than I had last time because I feel more confident that I'm going to actually catch silvers, and I just want to put more of a weight together of silvers rather than before. I was expecting there might be carp there, but I just didn't hook a carp down there last time, so I'm hoping the same applies again today. My whole rig is a lot more sensitive, so hopefully we'll see more bites, catch more fish, and just put more weight in the net. Find the peg next to me on peg 21 has landed what looks like a carp already. I think he was fishing short, so just keep an eye on that, because if he starts catching those I'm going to have to come off what I'm doing pretty quickly. Well, it's been a while, just over an hour and a half in. I haven't really caught much more. Just gone down that left hand line again. Yeah, found I looked to roach. Thought, my God, this is really, really hard. And I've got something here which feels like it might be a small carp or tench or something like that. Something that's pulling back a bit, but it's nothing fantastic. But it's something at the minute. It's really hard. People are struggling. I think it's a little carp by the looks of it. There we are. I'll take some of them in a minute. That'll be the first thing that goes on my clicker. I might put a pound on. Little carpy. There we go. Right guys, I don't know if you can hear me, the wind blowing and stuff. So, because I was catching down this left-hand margin in like 2 foot over micros, I found the same depth over by the bridge. I've put some micros in, and I've just put this rigging over it. And the float just sort of went sideways, and then lifted up because I thought, oh, there's something swimming into it, and I've got a fish on, and I'm convinced it's foul locked, but it hasn't come off yet. It's been on for sort of a minute or two, so I'm not fishing with massive hooks or anything, so it could be that it's taken the bait on the bottom and just sort of swam up with it, or intercepted it as it was falling through and given me a weird indication. If it comes off all of a sudden, then I'll know that it's been foul locked. It's very hard to lift its head up, so it could be a very big fish, and it's not swimming very fast. So again, it could be a very big fish, or it could be foul locked. Taking my time with it. I've got something on, which is amazing at the moment for anybody. If I get a foul locker out, I'll be over the moon with it. I feel like I can feel head nods, so maybe it's not foul locked, but oh, it's not foul locked. It's a lump. It's a lump. It's a lump. He's gone down and had that off the bottom, lifted, come up, and that or he's just grabbed it as it's fallen past him. That'd be a bonus. Get this boyo out. Even keener now to make sure I get him out. Now I know he's up properly. Oh, shuffler. Wow, big fat boy. Whoa, he's a big fat boy. Oh, just ducked him on the outside of the mouth there, look at that. Wow. He's got to be a double. At least 9. I'm going to get myself a 10 for him. Well, let's just pump my weight up like 1,000%. There we are, guys. There's another little bream from down that left-hand swim. It's sort of like a margin line that's been producing all day. Well, not producing. Nothing's been producing, but it's getting me bites. And nowhere else will get me bites. And it's, you know, you wouldn't think you could feed so aggressively down there and catch, but seem to be able to. Again, everything's relative. I'm not going to say aggressively, but I have put, you know, a big potty down there twice already and caught a few, so there's got to be something going on, isn't there? Anyway, catch you later. Come back in on my left-hand line straight away, straight after I've just gone on it with that skimmer, and I've hooked something else. Now it's starting to fight like it's foul hooked or something. It's really woke up it. I can't give it any more pollen. I'm hoping it's not foul hooked. That was gone. That was over the micros, just an expander over micros. Seems to have started to come back towards me again now. Hopefully, I've got a lot of control over him, so I'm hoping I haven't foul hooked him. I'd like to get him out. He's very important to me. No, he's not foul hooked, he's just a big boy. Brilliant. We were like 2 hours in. And well, it was 2 hours and 5 in. 2 hours in, I had nothing in the net. Pretty much a pound. 2 hours and 5, I've got 10 or 11 pound in the net. If I get this in, I might have 15 or 16 pound in the net. Just out of the blue. He's not super big. He's like a 5 pounder. Not bullying him. I could lift him up really if I wanted, but I'm just trying to not pull the hook out. Every fish is going to count today. Excellent. He's definitely going to go. Another one just outside the mouth. It's true. Definitely a few fish mooching about. I'm going to give myself 4 for him. I think he's 4. I'm definitely in a quandary because I was going to go over and just try shallow up in that bridge over there where I had that big fish, because there has been, I had a few indications over there that were weird. Light fish were shallow, but I just wanted to check that my rig I hadn't lost any shots on my rig, so I chucked it down into my left-hand margin just quickly, and then wham! I've had 2 fish and 2 puts from it. I've had a skimmer and a 4 pound carp, so I'll just stick with this for another 5 or 10 minutes, see what happens. Cheers, guys. God, we've managed to start fishing over a little bit because the wind's dropping every now and again. I found the same depth over there that I found where my that I was catching short on. They had a few problems with liners, but it's just gone over there with 3 maggots on. I had this one. 2 pounder. So everyone, the weather's ended the footage there. There's about 2 hours left, but I had to put my cameras back in the van due to them getting wet. It did get a little bit more interesting. I did start to catch over on this swim that was sort of in the corner towards the bridge, but I was foul looking a lot, so I came off there and ended up catching down my right hand margin, which was where I caught the most fish. I caught probably 4 or 5 proper carp down there in the last 30 minutes. And that did see me put a final weight together of about 42 pound, which sadly for me was first out the money. I was 1 fish away from being in the frame, but probably didn't deserve it on the day. I feel like I probably overfed. I definitely overfed that swim that day. I was far too confident, far too aggressive, but sometimes you have to take a gamble. Anyway, the next match should hopefully be at the Sedges, it all being well, as long as I get there and as long as the equipment doesn't let me down. So tune in for the next one, guys. Anyone who hasn't already, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot and doesn't cost anything. So thanks for watching once again, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.